Despite national conversations about gender diversity in tech, I often feel that women are still underrepresented, underappreciated, underpaid, and often discriminated against. Now, I'm not a feminist. I feel that the term has been radicalized to associate to strong, forceful, fearful, angry women that men need to be afraid of. I understand that men and women are not physically the same, but I like the choice of the ability to be equal in everything else. So what are considered to be the top women-dominated industries? Not surprisingly, preschool and kindergarten teachers, dental assistants, childcare workers, secretaries and admin assistants, as well as hairdressers and cosmetologists. Now, I come from a hospitality background, which weirdly enough is also considered to be a male management dominated industry at a whole 52%. And yes, I can honestly say during my internships and when I was working in the hotel industry, it was all managed by men, except for what people assume to be girls' jobs. So I think housekeeping, wedding and events coordinator, you immediately draw a female in your brain. I once read somewhere that you can tell whether some misogynistic societal pressure is being exerted on women by calmly inquiring, and are men doing this as well? If they aren't, chances are you're dealing with what stringent feminists refer to as some total bull. This really stuck with me because it's so deeply true, but I can say the same for vice versa, right? Females already have to deal with so many things that males wouldn't even dream of. So here are a slew of the most annoying things that the modern day woman has to deal with all too often.
I can't believe I wore a bra for this. Bras suck. They're so confining and unnatural. They're like a booby zoo.
I'm also not talking about the female's place is always in the kitchen or they have to iron or clean. There's a more serious side, especially when looking at females in the working industry, especially in a male-dominated one.
Fear of walking alone.
Appearance-based comments.
Hey, sexy.
Judgment of our sex lives.
Dating guilt.
Typical. Marriage expectations.
Pressures associated to motherhood.
Childbirth. Now, as a woman in tech, it's undeniable that companies are struggling to attract and recruit women for tech roles in their field. Why is this? Maybe because the tech industry seems like you work weird and wonderful hours. So according to IBM's blog Developer Works, women make up less than 20% of the tech sector. Now let's be honest here, I'm not surprised. Whenever I think techie, hacker, IT consultants, anything to do with ones and zeros, my brain automatically pictures a male behind the computer. I don't see a woman, and that's so super sad. What I think you as women need to understand is that there are so many sectors within the IT industry. They're not all technical. I'm not technical. But let's get real here. What is the way forward? The industry should get involved with educating students about tech and its role in shaping the world. We need to have access to tech careers, increase visibility of female role models within the industry. I think we need to understand the power of female role models. It's motivating to watch these leaders balance work and life, raising families, and of course soul crushing their goals at work. Some high-profile women in the tech industry include Cheryl from Facebook, Susan, YouTube. We have Ginny from IBM, Marissa, former Yahoo CEO, Then of course you got Meg, also former, but still HP or Hewlett Packard. And then of course there's myself, Candace, Alyssa, Tessa, Lydia, Deirdre, Michelle, Denise, Brenda, and Sakele from Cyberlinks. Hashtag just saying. Okay, so what else? I think we need to, or not have, a he for she mentality. So building a strong female presence requires men who are not only committed to hiring women, but also will champion them as well. More should be done to help women in the industry reach their full potential. We saw that there is a huge inequality against women who are already working in the tech industry. They're paid less than their male counterparts. They're passed over for promotions. They're pushed to non-technical roles and so on. So why bother majoring in software engineering if you're just going to end up in project management anyway, right? Okay, so one of the main reasons that women leave their job in the tech industry is because there's a lack of advancement within the field. Candidates today take the time to research companies that they want to work for. You Google us before you employ us. Best understand that we will Google you too, and we will also ask questions. We use our nosiness to the best of our abilities. Companies also need to take intentional steps to ensure retention and promotion with programs, leadership training that addresses women's unique challenges. Okay, seriously, stop saying that there aren't enough women. I know that's the whole point of this video, right? Yes, it's true. There are still not enough women in the tech industry, but there are plenty that are currently qualified who are working in this industry and are simply just not being considered. I think recruiters need to cast a much wider net. So speaking about those recruiters, we need to remove the gender bias, especially from the job descriptions. It might surprise you to learn that the language and structure of job descriptions can be biased. But on top of that, we need to ditch the damaging dialogues. If you work in the tech industry, you probably heard someone say something like this to a woman. For a woman, you're really skilled at this. You're too beautiful to be an engineer. When I first started in this industry about 7 years ago, I was told that I would never make it because this is a boys only club. So to all of those people, haha, I don't think I've done too badly. Unfortunately, these seemingly harmless comments help reinforce the stereotype, especially saying that it is only a man's world. Now, our industry is already little teeny tiny. It's time that we focus on the next generation of tech talent. We need to make sure that gender equality exists for the good of everyone. This means more flexible working arrangements, more women in the leadership roles, more encouragement at the early ages for both girls and boys, and especially for them to pursue what they are naturally interested in and not what their parents want them to be interested in. So it's an uphill battle. I know it, you know it, but the world needs it.